Lift, released May 11th, 1983. Directed and written by Dick Maas, starring no one you've ever heard of, as this is a Dutch film made in the Netherlands. At dinner, 4 people are just laughing their asses off. They're laughing like hyenas. They eventually get into a lift, an elevator. Lightning strikes the building, power goes out, elevator stops. 2 of them then proceed to literally just start getting it on. And it's like, okay, are these 2 other people like close enough to you where you can just screw in front of them? But then a red light starts going off, and that apparently means the AC has been turned off. There is some boobage, and then they just pass out. The elevator eventually comes down, and the staff, they're all like, they're all shocked and shit when it opens. We see nothing. The next morning, at breakfast with Felix, played by Huub Stapel? I could be horribly mispronouncing his name. And his family, his son says to his daughter, "Big girls don't get hair, they get lumps." And it really makes me wonder if something was lost in translation here. By the way, this is overdubbed in English. Getting a call from his boss, we find out that the people almost died. They almost suffocated to death because the AC was turned off. Okay. Felix is an elevator technician. And in checking out the elevator, there is a lot of technical talk. So much technical talk. We also meet Mickey. Again, could be horribly mispronouncing that. Played by Willeke van Ammelrooy. Also, probably horribly mispronouncing. She is a journalist for a tabloid. There is apparently nothing wrong with the elevator. Later, a blind dude signs a new lease for a mortgage. He then goes to the elevator. The doors open. There's no elevator. He steps out and he just falls down the shaft and dies. At night, a security guard, one of 2, they see the blind guy's body at the bottom of the shaft. So naturally, the elevator closes the doors right on one of their heads. And his partner goes, "I'll call the police. Do you know the number?" What do you mean, do you know the number? You're a security guard. That should be the one thing you definitely know. And in case I was wondering, it's 112 in the Netherlands. The elevator itself eventually comes down and decapitates the guy. And you can tell the scene was shot multiple times because the fake head has clearly been beat up. Felix is back to investigate, and there is a lot more technical jargon. We don't need this much. But his boss is like, drop it. The previous inspector gave it the all clear. But that inspector is now in the loony bin? Back at the building, a random wife is cheating on her husband and she left her child just hanging out in the hall. The elevators then just keep opening and closing, so the kid is running back and forth, basically playing a game. She eventually screams. So it's like, oh my God, the elevator took a child! So the mother goes running because now she cares about her child, and all it did was squish her doll. So in response, the mother slaps the kid across the face. What the fuck? We get more technical jargon, though this time it's about microchips and whatnot. Felix's wife thinks he's cheating on her because 2 friends saw him hanging out with the journalist, but instead of defending himself and being like, no, she's a journalist, she is a colleague, I'm working with her on this, he instead just lets her verbally abuse him in front of their children. It's like, dude, have some balls. A night janitor is then surprised, literally, and something happens to him, though, because we see nothing. Later, he drops from the elevator ceiling all covered in blood, so I was like, oh, elevator got him. Cool. And the cops just blame him for tampering with stuff, and case closed. Felix taken off the case because apparently the computer company that made the computer chips for the elevator, they're like, nope, no more investigating. They're like super sus. So, shocker, he investigates himself. There is a long, boring sequence of him climbing the elevator shaft until he finds a glowing, pulsating substance inside the control panel. So, naturally, he beats it with a wrench. In response, the elevator goes up and down, scraping his back, but Mikey saves him. The computer guy then shows up and shoots the goo with a gun, so the elevator shoots out a cable, wraps around his neck, and hangs his ass in the shaft. That glowing, pulsating goo was apparently a bioorganic substance acting as a brain or kind of heart for the elevator systems. And yeah, sure, that makes sense. Why not? This Dutch film starts out with a pretty intriguing mystery. This mysterious elevator is hurting people, then outright killing people. Is it supernatural and is possessed? Honestly, that would have been way better than what we got. The whole sci-fi element of a living computer, I feel, derails the movie. Especially due to the fact that it's never explained why it becomes sentient and decides to kill people. Being possessed by like a disgruntled dead employee would have been corny as hell, but it would have made more sense for a horror movie. The English overdub I saw on Tubi also left a lot to be desired. The English voice actors really went over the top at times, and scenes seem really overacted as a result. I really would have preferred to see it in Dutch and read subtitles, because at least that way I would have gotten the proper emotions from the original actors. The special effects are pretty decent though, and the only thing saving this film from the dreaded F. But I still give The Lift a D. Thank you for watching Fatman Inc. Craptacular Horror. Leave a like if you enjoyed and a comment to discuss your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe to see more reviews of horror movies new and old. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.